Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Goodwood Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 1st of August, 2025. Gonna look at the stakes action on the program from day four of the glorious Goodwood meeting. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And join me tomorrow for the final day of the glorious Goodwood meeting, and also tomorrow for my Whitney preview from Saratoga. It looks like it's going to be an excellent weekend of racing, so I hope you join me for the action. Also, we have Deauville on Sunday, which can't wait. But let's get to the stakes action. Races 2 and 4, the 155 and the 305. Second race to 155. It's to Group 3, Bonham's Thoroughbred Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $125,000. Race for 3-year-olds only. 6 horses are going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. Going to take the one horse Cosmic Year as the top selection. We're going to go 1-4-2 in the Tri-Cast Trifecta. 1-4-2, Tri-Cast Trifecta, top selection one horse Cosmic Year, 3-year-old colt by Kingman, Genmon owned, Harry Carlton trains, Colin Keane gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 6 July, Deauville, soft ground, 7 furlongs in the Group 1 Jim, Jim Pratt. And he finished 7 by 3.5 lengths that day, and he just didn't have the turn of foot. He doesn't usually show a lot of early pace at times, like two back he didn't. Last time out, he just didn't show a lot. His wheels were spinning. It wasn't his day to win. That was a very tough Group 1 also. He's down to a Group 3 where it's not the world's toughest horses. I think he's going to be in a better spot to find the winner's circle today than he was last time out at Deauville. Two back in the Irish 2000 Guineas at the Curragh 1 mile 24th May. He ran his heart out, finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. He sat back early. He closed up well behind Field of Gold, who was next out winner. But this horse, he ran his heart out behind a decent colt that day. And then prior to that, the King Charles, the stakes at Newmarket over the 7, he finished winning by 2.5 lengths that day. From a tracking trip, he really came home clear, even off the first start of the season at Kempton at 22 cents a dollar in that novice race, winning by a half a dozen that day. He really took off clear on the front end. He's done everything right so far this year, other than that last subpar race at Deauville over the 7, which I also don't think is his preferred trip. I think coming back here hopefully slightly faster ground. It's not going to be as soft as it was at Deauville, but still going to be on the softer side. I think he could find a trip to win. I think the 4 horse Opera Ballo for William Buick and Charlie Appy could win also. He ran most recently at Newmarket in the Henry Cecil Stakes over the mile, where he won by 2 1/4 lengths, and he basically won from a tracking trip. He quickened up nicely, he took off the clear lead that day. That was a good run getting up the hill. Prior to that, he ran the Huron Stakes at Sandown over the mile 29th of May, winning by 2.5 lengths that day, again on the front end all throughout. He really took off clear. His last 2 races, he's had the headgear, and that's been the main thing for him to really improve a lot. Since he's gotten that, he's undefeated. Last time without the headgear in the Craven Stakes at Newmarket, he finished second by length behind Almer, or excuse me, 6 by 7 lengths behind Field of Gold that day. And he just did not show up that day. He was just under the drive, not excelling. Prior to that at Kempton in the Kentucky Derby, Road to the Kentucky Condition Stakes in February, he won by 4 lengths and was a little less quality horses, but he really still came home clear. I think he's been improving a lot with the headgear. Not the world's toughest race, also. It wouldn't surprise me if he finds a winner circle. We'll definitely use him on the ticket. But to recap my selections now for the second race, the 155 from Goodwood, it is the Group 3 Thoroughbred Stakes. Going to take the one horse Cosmic Year, give kudos to the 4 horse Aquaballo. 1-4-2 Tri-Cast Trifecta. 1-4 in the multi-race. Let's head over to race number 4 now from Newmarket, the 305. It is the Group 2 King George Qatar Stakes. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $396,500. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 14 horses dashing 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs here in the King George. A local prep race, I guess, for the Nunthorpe coming up in about 4 weeks time, something like that. I can't even remember. Gonna take the 8 horse here. Time for Sandals. 8-6-10 in the Tri-Cast Trifecta. 8-6-10 Tri-Cast Trifecta. Top selection 8 horse. Time for Sandals. 3-0 followed by Sands of Mali. Harry Eustace trains. Richard Kingscote gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently against the boys in the Group 1 Commonwealth Cup at the Royal Ascot. 6 furlongs, 20th of June. Winning by a neck that day. He was with them early on, seeing some good fractions. The pace slightly melted down late, but he held on to it. He used a lot. He grinded out to the wire. That was a very good race beating the boys. coming here off a 2 month or 5 6 weeks refreshing. Biggest question is, has the last race taken a lot out of her? Because she had to be an awful lot. I think she has the ability to do wonders here again today. Also, gets a good poster and a good weight in the spot. She ran two back in the pre-tex Anita at Shunti, 16th of May. Finished second by a head. She just couldn't get there late. She was with them early on. The winner just had the jump on her, but she got down the race course well. And then prior to that, in the Group 3, due by duty free stakes, Newberry of the 7, finishing third by 4.5 lengths that day. She moved a little bit that day, and then she yielded late also. I do think the 7 just got to her. I think her better trip is over the 6 or even over the 5 like she's running today. She hasn't run over the 5 since 20th of July last year. That came over there at Newberry in a Class 2 condition handicap, finishing third by a neck that day. She was all out that day. She just missed late, but it ran her heart out. Not a bad race in defeat that day. Came back to run the Lowther Stakes after that, where she had a very good place behind Celadine, who's actually running back this one today. But coming here today off some decent runs, beating the boys last time out, I'm going to give her a shot as an upsetter. I think the 6 horse Night Raider for James Doyle could get a piece of it also. Ran most recently at Newmarket in the July Cup, where she finished 11 by 5.5 lengths that day. Was with them early on, but then crumbled getting up that hill. She just wasn't into it. Prior to that, in the King Charles at Royal Ascot over this 5, she finished 12 by 5 1/4, 12 by 5 1/4 lengths. And again, was with them early on, but then just went a little bit too fast and yielded off of it. If they can slow this horse down like she did in the Golden Rose or the Duke of York Clipper Logistics Stakes, she could definitely win. I'm going to give her a shot on the ticket, but she's going to have to slow it down here at 10-1. And I also think the 10 horse here, Big Moho for Tom Marquand and Nick Appleby, hasn't won since Ascot, the seasonal appearance in the Commonwealth Cup trial. Since then, he's been running some tough horse against some tough horses. Came back to run the July Cup, where I thought he ran a great place at 12-1, refreshing back against older horses. I'll give him a shot at 5-1 in this very wide open feature. But to recount my selection for the 305, the fourth race from Newmarket, from Goodwood, it is the Group 2 King George Stakes. Going to take the 8 horse Time for Sandals. Give kudos to the 6 horse Night Raider and the 10 horse Big Moho. 8-6-10 TriCash Trifecta. 8-6-10 also in the quad pot. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5. Good luck, everybody.